6:48 on your Thursday morning. It is time now for the morning rush. The fire marshal's office is investigating a deadly house fire in Roswell. The Roswell Fire Department says the parents returned to their home just before 10:30 Tuesday night and found it filled with smoke. The father managed to pull out his 4-year-old boy and 3-year-old girl along with the 16-year-old babysitter. All three were taken to the hospital but did not survive.
A man found guilty of killing his girlfriend and running off to Mexico with their 3-year-old son is now awaiting sentencing. 35-year-old Jorge Rico Ruvira was convicted of second-degree murder and child abuse for murdering his girlfriend, Isela Mauricio Sanchez, back in 2020 and leaving their 8-year-old daughter in the house with the body. He will be sentenced in December.
An Albuquerque woman is waiting to learn how long she'll spend behind bars after accepting a plea deal for stabbing her boyfriend to death. According to court records, in 2019, Christine Sanchez told officers that her boyfriend, Christian Reed, broke into her apartment and stabbed her. Sanchez later admitted that she lied and said they got into a fight and she stabbed him. Officers found Reed's body in a pool of blood nearby. Erica.
And here's a look at our school day forecast. It's a cold morning, 46 degrees, so bundle up. By this afternoon, we'll be back into the 70s with sunshine and some light winds.
Crews are still trying to deal with a massive natural gas pocket under a Nob Hill neighborhood that caused one family's home to explode nearly 2 months ago. The family was allowed to return home last week. Well, meanwhile, the homeowners and their neighbors, they're still trying to figure out what caused the gas pocket and who's liable.
Construction on more than 200 housing units is underway at the Journal Center at the corner of Jefferson and Masthead. For now, housing is the first step, but there are plenty of ideas and hope that other businesses, like more restaurants and bars, will follow. The project is expected to be done by late next year.
We're getting a closer look at the big changes that are coming to the Windrock Town Center. That park has been in development now for a decade, but crews have now made significant progress. And Goodman Realty says that they are confident that it will open, part of it actually, in the spring. Now planning a playground along with art installations and kiosks promoting Albuquerque's history and outdoors are going to be on that site. Erica.
And here's a look at our threat index. It is low today. We'll just see some gustier winds in northern New Mexico around the mountains.
Family and friends will soon be taking to the basketball court in honor of a young man who passed away from a rare illness. In June 2021, Darren Rivas passed away at the age of 25 after a short battle with ulcerative colitis. Now, those that knew him are holding a 3-on-3 basketball tournament to bring awareness of the illness, as well as help out those in need. It will be held at the Taylor Ranch Community Center on November 4th.
Well, APS is promoting wellness and pedestrian safety in this month's Walk-Tober. Officials say that the exercise can actually help create a healthier lifestyle and even reduce traffic congestion around the schools. Now, at the end of the event, students received APS t-shirts and visibility ribbons.
Former Trump lawyer Michael Cohen is speaking out after testifying at the former president's civil trial, saying he and others inflated the estimated value of Trump's assets at his behest. The former president was also fined $10,000 during the day's proceedings after a judge said he violated a limited gag order. Erica.
A check on traffic for you. The maps are clear, no accidents or slowdowns. Trackers heading east on I-40 near the Big I, and everything is moving along.
Well, a pet breeder in Montana is sharing video of a litter of puppies experiencing their very first snowfall. Well, their chance came after an early season winter storm threatened the area. The breeder says that these doodles are all adoptable and potential owners can even choose their prices. That's to ensure that the adoption wouldn't be a financial burden.
Time now for the 5 facts.
And number 5, APS is promoting wellness and pedestrian safety in this month's Walk-Tober. Most recently, 6th graders and staff at Cleveland Middle School took to the streets to promote the benefits of walking to school. Officials say that walking to school can help you create a healthier lifestyle and reduce traffic congestion around the school. At the end of the event, students received APS t-shirts and visibility ribbons.
At number 4, a recent land swap deal could make way for a new trash transfer station in Albuquerque. New documents show that this 12-acre lot off of Pan American Freeway just south of Candelaria could, quote, allow for easier access for that transfer station. Well, the state owns the land, but a council committee approved a land swap between the state and the city this week, which would then include the property. Well, the transfer station would also allow neighborhood garbage pickups to be compiled before heading to the West Mesa.
At number 3, it's going to be a mild day. Temperatures, however, they are cold this morning, will warm up this afternoon into the low 70s with sunshine and wind gusts up to around 30 miles per hour.
At number 2, construction is underway as a prominent office park in Albuquerque is now transforming into more than just a workspace. Titan Development is creating a more than 200-unit multifamily community. That's right in the heart of the Journal Center at the corner of Jefferson and Masthead. Josh Rogers with Titan Development says that the $64 million project will give people the chance to live, work, and even play at the center, as well as provide some people a much shorter commute to work. For now, housing is the first step, but there are plenty of ideas and hope that other businesses like more restaurants and bars will follow. That project is scheduled to be complete by late next year.
And number one, crews are still trying to deal with a massive natural gas pocket under a Nob Hill neighborhood. That caused one family's home to explode, leaving them to pick up the pieces. Kevin and Joan Wilson's daughters were the only ones home on September 7th when the explosion happened. Luckily, the two girls survived, but the damage was immense as the entire house collapsed, leaving a lifetime in a home shattered. After the explosion, several neighbors had to evacuate their homes because of a large pocket of natural gas still trapped underneath the Nob Hill neighborhood. It wasn't until last week, 6 weeks after the explosion, that they were allowed to return. The Wilsons and their neighbors are now trying to figure out what caused the gas pocket and who is liable. The Wilsons say they are still deciding if they will keep the property and rebuild.